The first drop of rain had barely touched the pavement when Mara Quinn's last bit of hope finally slipped through her fingers. Her hands trembled around the worn folder pages of medical reports that had already rewritten her future. Stage 3, lymphoma. She had walked into the hospital praying for compassion, but what she found inside was colder than the November wind outside. Harsh fluorescent lights buzzed above her. A receptionist typed without looking up, and the doctor dressed in a spotless white coat spoke without an ounce of warmth. Her voice was clipped, mechanical, almost rehearsed. Without full payment up front, we can't begin treatment. Those words cut deeper than any diagnosis. If you believe kindness can still repair the things this world breaks, if you believe in second chances, then like, comment, share, and subscribe to Pure Hub Kindness, where every story proves that humanity still lives, even in unexpected places. Mara sat quietly in her wheelchair, tears slipping down her pale cheeks. Her father, Harold, stood beside her. His work-worn hands shook as he held the last of their belongings. He had already sold everything he could: his truck, his old tools, even his late wife's wedding ring. But it still wasn't enough. "We'll come back," he whispered, though the words nearly broke him. The nurse avoided their eyes. The pain was too real, too heavy, and she didn't know how to face it. They turned toward the exit. In the sliding glass door, Mara caught her own reflection, a tired woman in her early 30s. Wrapped in a faded hoodie, a scarf covering her thinning hair, a ghost of the artist she once was. Harold pushed her wheelchair through the drizzle, the wheels splashing through shallow puddles on the empty driveway. Mara felt more humiliated than walking out of a place meant to save lives, only to discover that hers didn't seem to count. But neither she nor her father noticed a small group of leather-clad bikers standing under the awning of a nearby diner. Among them was Rex Dalton, a broad man with a rain-dampened gray beard. Rex was the president of Iron Hearts Brotherhood, a motorcycle club known for charity rides and community service. Though most people only saw the intimidating exterior. As Mara's wheelchair hit a bump, the folder in her lap slipped. Papers scattered across the wet concrete. Harold scrambled to grab them, but Rex moved quicker. He bent down, picking up the pages, and his eyes caught one that read, "Chemotherapy estimate declined due to incomplete payment." When Rex looked at Mara, he saw the kind of pain no one deserves: fear, exhaustion, and a quiet surrender. He didn't say a word. He just watched as father and daughter climbed into their old van and disappeared into the rain. But that night, he gathered his crew. They had done food drives, charity rides, wheelchair donations. But this time, Rex's voice carried a different weight. "No one fights cancer alone. Not while we're still breathing." The very next morning, the hospital buzzed with the same routine indifference. Patients waited. Nurses hurried. The same doctor reviewed charts behind the counter. Then came a sound that made everyone stop. A deep, thunderous rumble. The automatic doors slid open, and half a dozen bikers stepped inside, boots thudding against the sterile tile. Their jackets bore the Iron Hearts emblem, bold, unmistakable. Heads turned. The doctor froze midair. "Can I help you?" she asked cautiously. Rex stepped forward, calm but fierce. "You already could have helped someone, but you didn't." Before the doctor could reply, Mara and Harold Rex had called them early that morning. Rex placed an envelope on the counter. Cash, fundraiser money. Donations, the club gathered overnight, paid in full. The room fell silent. When the doctor tried to argue, Rex cut her off. "Every hour you delay is a life slipping away." Behind him, the bikers stood like an unbreakable wall of support. Even the security guards stayed still. Something shifted in the doctor's expression: shame, regret, realization. She nodded. "Prepare the patient." As Mara was wheeled down the hallway, the bikers walked beside her, their heavy boots echoing like a heartbeat of solidarity. For the first time in months, she felt warmth, not from medicine, but from people refusing to let her disappear. In the weeks that followed, the Iron Hearts Brotherhood never left her side. They brought meals, music, painted murals in the children's ward, and filled the cold hospital halls with laughter. Rex often sat beside her, telling stories from the road. Slowly, her strength returned, fed not only by treatment, but by unconditional kindness. Months later, on her final day of chemotherapy, the entire parking lot thundered with motorcycles. Dozens of riders had come to celebrate her victory. Mara stepped outside, thinner but glowing, wearing a beanie embroidered with the Iron Heart symbol. She looked at Rex, emotion shaking her voice. "You didn't just save my life. You brought back my faith in people." The doctor watched from a distance, guilt in her eyes. She approached quietly, apologizing. Mara simply smiled. "You can make it right. Just never turn anyone away again." The doctor nodded, truly listening. If this story touched your heart, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Pure Hub Kindness. Your support helps spread the message that compassion still wins even when everything else feels lost. Before you go, drop a comment. I still believe in kindness, because sometimes the loudest hearts ride on two wheels.